I mean, what it comes down to, quite simply, it going into Hyde Park may not be a bad thing. You know, a lot of people are against it for the tradition, so I accept and appreciate that. However, if you look at it from a logistics...
Carnival is not a carnival in a park.
When you look at it from
it's a street thing.
If you look at it from a logistics point of view, if it's about keeping people safe, I think that has to be the priority. And if they cannot find a way of keeping people safe and moving it to another location does that, I'm not going to be against it. I'd like it to stay traditional as a street carnival, street festival, because obviously that's what I was raised on. But my priority will always be to make sure people are safe. And when like traditionally, like it used to take the route that it takes, where it kind of just fits a weird kind of oblong. But it used to cut through and cut around Chepstow. They used to be a part where you used to
this year.
Where you used to turn two corners, and they cut that out. They cut it out a few years ago, and but I used to like that little double turn. But when you think about it, it used to bottleneck. So a lot of people used to get squashed at this particular junction because of the bottlenecking, and taking it slightly longer to go round towards Chepstow and then back down again, like at the top of Notting Hill itself. It gave you Notting Hill, the top of Notting Hill.
Yeah,
right. It gave you a much wider space to come down, and then therefore the masquerade experience was a lot better. You know, I remember the days every time it turned the corner, the music used to turn off because they just didn't know how to go around the corner without running people over. Do you remember? So things have improved. And as long as it stays in this space of improvement, sometimes we have to take a few steps back to go forward, you know? And if that's what it's done, where it's getting better feedback and whatever case, then I'm down for that. Moving it to the park, no thank you. However, if it's the only option for safety, then let's see where that leads.
You see, the thing is, I agree with you. Sorry, Tonga, 1 second. I agree with you in a layered approach. And what I mean by that is, I would like Carnival to stay as it is, because to me, that is Carnival. Being on the streets is Carnival. Bringing it into a park kind of converts it into some kind of festival kind of thing for me, and that doesn't work. Now, one thing I will say, there was a lot of people who had problems with the policing of it, the facial recognition and all these kind of things. For me, I would say keep it on the streets, but introduce as much technology as you want to it. I haven't got a problem with that. Bring facial Wiley. Bring facial recognition. Bring drones. Bring whatever you need to bring, but keep it there. If it gets to the point where that's not working and safety has become uncontrollable, Hyde Park it is.
One thing I did not realise, or I did see and I think we sort of talked about it, well, Rain talked about it on the last podcast, that, you know, it's the responsibility of people that are in the culture to ensure they get the message out to say, you know, this is our thing. We need to make sure we keep our thing safe, innit? Keep it as it needs to be. And what I found was that there was a lot of conversations on social media, on podcasts, on WhatsApp messages, everything. Make sure if you're going Carnival, you're going there for fun. We're not going to try and mess up our own thing. Do you think that
what do you want to be when you grow up?
Do you think
you're gonna have two dads?
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna.
Just move on to the
next bit. I mean, that was a side, isn't it?
Algorithm is too much.
You wanna have two dads?
What is that? I'm not gonna ask what films we've been watching.
Make a point I was trying to make.
Go on.
What I feel like about this Hyde Park theory is, if you move it to Hyde Park, there's no route anymore. It's just a bundle of people.
No,
in a big
they'll
space.
make a route. They'll make a route.
So we can't assume what it is, innit?
There'll be a route.
All right, true. But it takes away the essence of Carnival by putting it in the park.
Yeah.
100%.
And that needs to remain. So even if they're going to move it to the park, I'm all for it if they can keep the essence. But I feel like what they did this year with the safety
facial recognition was
and
amazing.
all these
barriers and everything
they put in,
arches.
the things that they put in place this year made it a very fun and smooth, and you didn't feel tension at Carnival this year. I don't know if anyone else felt that, but I didn't feel like there's any tension. I didn't feel like it might cook off in a minute. It might kick off in a minute. at any part of the carnival, I didn't think that. When I was walking through, well, juggling through, hobbling through, I didn't see that. When it stopped, I didn't get squashed up and I wasn't in any band. So I was doing the old school, take a walk, going through crowds. I didn't get squashed up once. I didn't get any bottlenecking. And I enjoyed it immensely. And I didn't see one. They said there's a lot of young people. There were a lot of young people, but they were just all on vibes. It was there wasn't like, come with an attitude, come to like, oh, we're the man, them, no one can touch us, where's the ops, this, that. It was none of that. It was pure vibes.
Do you know what? Sorry, but we need to stop talking about young people. Because in reality, they are the future of Carnival. Carnival is hype for them. We're at this era of social media. They've watched it on all these different platforms for so many years. They want to go to Carnival, and once they go, they're going to keep going. So, in reality, we need to stop saying, oh yeah, well, young people, like, they're going to be there and they're going to take over when we're not going no more.
Long as where it is, and I'm probably one of the biggest advocates for it, is we've got to realise to ourselves that we are now older.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? And when you're saying our young people, I looked at some of the videos and stuff like that. There's 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
And to us, it's like, oh, look at the youth, man. But it's not. That's, I mean, you, as I said earlier on,
20 years
man, they
old.
were going when they was 19.
We was there.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
so
the youths are going.
It's not
Exactly.
youths, it's just, this is the generation of Carnival.
Because like, the way we're using it is almost like it was a negative thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they are the future of what Carnival's going to be.
I agree with you.
We are.
I think there's one thing though. They're not being taught Carnival as we were introduced to it. So, for example, both myself and Citrus played Steel Pan.
Mm.
Talking about
they'll
Pantonic,
never-
we played for Pantonic.
They'll never be introduced the same way you guys were.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is Carnival is not just 2 days of the year.
Mm.
Carnival is 6 months of designing costumes.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's arranging for the trucks. It's being with the committees. It's being into, as dumb as it sounds,
They'll never know that
electronics.
sound,
the sound systems on the road, it takes a lot of organizing.
Yeah.
So it's introducing them to, look, you can be part of Carnival, but you don't actually need to be part of the walk around. You could be a sound engineer. You could be a designer. All the trucks have got scaffolding or some kind of structure to hold everything up.
Mm-hmm.
There is also the designs that go around the trucks. So there's so many layers of it. It's being able to show them that Carnival, you come here on 1 day or 2 days and have a great time. But there is so much backstory behind it that you are not aware of that happens. People are already putting out their costumes and their themes for next year Carnival now.
But you know what? They're not. They're most people are coming Carnival just for the experience. And those are people who are historians who are looking at it from that point of view. You know what I mean? Most people are just going to come out there just to have fun in Carnival.
So I suppose the question I wanted to migrate to, because I was talking about the social media element and how that was happening. Just in general, taking it aside from Notting Hill Carnival, talking about our culture, because there was a lot of, this year there's been a lot of kickback about things like wireless, people now infiltrating, so to speak, our culture and making our culture become diluted. Is it our responsibility to, and it's slightly is the point that long as we were saying earlier about the DJs and about the reggae DJs keeping, or the dancehall DJs, sorry, keeping dancehall in dancehall. Is there a problem with us having our culture widened? As in people coming into our culture? Or is it something we got to try and, like you were saying, when people are going Carnival, if they're going to anything to do with our culture, we got to keep the grounding of where it came from to ensure that goes all the way through.
It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse.